Welcome to another episode of the Brokest Podcast, Alright, y'all, today we got another hot review, and it comes by yours truly, your girl, Noir. Alright, Noir dropped his new album. It's called As God Intended. It came out this month, July 10th. It's 50 minutes and 44 seconds long. The whole project is totally produced by Apollo Brown, and it's fire. She got 14 tracks on that joint. Some key features she got on there is Black Thought. She got Sky Zoo on there. She got Ty Ferris on there. She got Planet Asia on there. So only a light load for features. And production wise, man, all I could hear is Sky Zoo's classic materials that he made with Apollo Brown, man. When it comes to Apollo Brown beats and sampling, Apollo throws down. Now, with that being said, I'm not even gonna wait. I'm gonna get into my favorite track off the album, which is track number 2. It's called Blood is Thicker. Alright, now the chorus goes like, blood is thicker than water. And then on the back end, this is what I don't get about the chorus. On the back end, it's titled Blood is Thicker Than Water. But on the back end of the chorus, it goes darkness. I don't know. Anyways, I could be bugging. But the whole vibe of the actual track, Noir, she gets into, the aspects of like growing up in the hood and some of the things you see as far as like violence and stuff like that, family structures, single parent households, no father around and stuff like that. You got your D-boys on the block doing what they do, and just that whole like hood mentality. And you got your certain individuals that had the opportunity to make it out the hood, and then you got those that don't make it out the hood. They end up dying in the hood, or they end up getting themselves incarcerated. And the sad situation is, those that make it out the hood, they come back sometime later and realize that, as much as they thought things have changed, shit is still the same, man. People doing the same thing. It's like no growth here whatsoever. Alright, so once again, that's my favorite track off that joint, Blood is Thicker. Alright, I'm gonna move right into track number, I believe is track number 5. Well, she gets into like this storytelling aspect where she is about to go out with one of her girls and have a good time and stuff like that. Her girl is her rider, her rider. And she's living with her man at the time, and she calls her man and tell her man she about to go out with her girl, blah 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 blah. Long story short, her and her girl are at the club, and her girl gets a phone call. It's a phone call from her man. Her man leaves her a voicemail, and she ends up hearing the voicemail or whatnot, or text message or whatever. Noir ends up going to the location where her best friend and her boyfriend are supposedly meeting up to discuss whatever, or in her mind she think they about to get it in. Long story short, her boyfriend's like, she busts in her people's spot. Long story short, her man is on some shit like, nah, it's not what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? We had to link up together so I could cop you this ring. I want to be with you for the rest of my life. But Noir wasn't trying to hear that. Pulled out the hammer, boom, clapped him, ends up killing him, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? So she pretty much ruined a good friendship, and she pretty much murked the man in her life. So the way she put that together, that particular song, as far as the storytelling aspect of it, she did that like a true G. She did that like on some Nas type shit, or or some Sky Zoo type shit. Seasoned vets. All right. Now, moving right along, some notable tracks on the joint. She got this one track called "Hold It Down," with Ty Ferris. Ty Ferris, he went nuts on that joint. You know, she pretty much getting into, you know, pretty much like, you know, just being loyal and true to like who you are per se. And if she give you her word, you know, her word is bond. You know what I'm saying? When it comes, that's for anything. Whenever you need her, she always gonna be there for you and hold it down. All right. Before I even move any further, like this whole album, man, it's such a good album. It remind me of the last album that Rhapsody dropped called Eve. You know, where she was, you know, pretty much, you know, speaking on a lot of different topics, you know, pertaining to, you know, self, women, empowerment, and just pretty much, you know, our economy and our nation. But, you know, getting back into, you know, the album, she got this track on the album called Daddy's Girl. It's track number 7 off the album, and that Daddy's Girl, man, I'm telling you, man, the way she's spitting that, man, it's a lot of women out there right now that I know that can relate to this track, because she pretty much breaking shit down like, yo, like, I wish I was a daddy's girl, but my father was nowhere to be found, you know, because of him being incarcerated all the time, in and out of our lives, and pretty much her mother had to hold it down for her and her siblings. And, you know, me having a daughter, I could understand and relate to, you know, some of the things that, you know, she's spitting in this particular song. I know how I know and I see how my daughter reacts to, you know, our relationship on a daily basis, and how she got wild love for me and I got wild love for her. Anything in this world I would do for her. And that's pretty much what this song is about, her crying out for the fact that she wished she had that strong bond with her father, you know, coming up, but it wasn't there. And pretty much the fact that her father not being in her life really affected her love life, per se, as far as the way that she deals with men. You know, she got daddy issues, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when women have daddy issues, they always try to go out and find a man to fill that void. And, you know, that's some of the reality of the situation of what she's been experiencing in her life. You know what I'm saying? So, moving right along, she got this song called The Apple on the album as well. You know, it's pretty much about, you know, self-awareness, you know, being a strong, you know, black woman, you know, understanding your self-worth, understanding that, you know, you are beautiful no matter how society, you know, views you. You know, always hold your head up high. You know, don't let nobody put you down. You know, don't let no man bring you down to the bottom. You know how we do, man. We some dirty dudes. We some, anyways. But yeah, she on some stuff where, you know, just pretty much, you know, wearing your crown and, you know, holding your head high and moving on and being content with your life and your style of living. All right. She got a track on there called Freedom, and she took some scripts from, you know, Dr. Umar. If you don't know who Dr. Umar is, you know, look him up, see who Dr. Umar is, and, you know, what he talks about and all the knowledge he be dropping and stuff like that. So she has his vocals on that track, you know, pretty much talking about, you know, how, you know, us as African Americans have been treated, you know, over, you know, this past 400 years, and, you know, what we should expect, you know, from this country, and or what we should expect from self, or things that, you know, we should be doing, you know, to better ourselves. But at the end of the day, you know, we might think that we free, but in all reality, we not free. You know, until we start uplifting our own communities, putting back into our own communities. You know what I'm saying? And building our own. You know, we'll never be free. You know, so I mean, she dropped a lot of gems. To be so young, to be a young 25. This album pretty much shows like a lot of the knowledge that she has contained over, you know, this short period of, you know, living her life. But she on the right path. She got it down pat. There's no over sexualization whatsoever on this album. It's just straight hip hop, straight raw, straight banging production, message rap. You know what I'm saying? So once again, the name of the album is As God Intended. So it's definitely worth checking out. If you guys want to check it out, you know, like I always say, go on whatever streaming platform you use, Tidal, Spotify, Apple, whatever. Go on YouTube, whatever. Check this album out. You definitely won't be disappointed. And if you don't know, she was founded by 38 Special. 38 Special founder. They got some projects that they've done together in the past. 38 Special has done some production on her albums as well. Not this album per se. Oh, I almost forgot. Any female artists out there, you might wanna listen to this album too and get yourself some gems, because she talks about, you know, being independent and making her own. Not saying that, you know, it's easy for her. You know, she mentions, you know, the struggles and of how hard it is to be independent, but she'd rather be independent than being enslaved via a record label. Alright? And all you MCs out there should feel that same way. Alright, there's too much knowledge out here, you know, and gateways to actually get yourself entangled up in a situation that you can't get yourself out of, or that's not that profitable to your situation for you and yours and what you're trying to, you know, get out of your artistic ability. Alright? Why let somebody else, you know, reap all the benefits of all the hard work that you've been putting in with your craft, all the years you've been going hard, you know, practicing, studying, you know? So once again, this is the Brokers Podcast. You know, I'm your guy, Mr. DCYLP, and this is my review on Noir's new album, As God Intended. I'll holla.